Storms in progress across West Alabama on this Saturday afternoon. Hi, I'm Spinks Megginson. Thanks so much for checking out our RedZone Weather live broadcast in the all-new RedZone Weather app via YouTube. You can see on our radar right now that we've got plenty of showers and thunderstorms crossing into Alabama from Mississippi. Plenty of lightning in these storms near Toxie, near Silas, down to Chapel Hill over in Washington County. We'll put the radar in motion for you so you can see that over the past several hours, this line has been working its way to the east. The good news is we don't have any active watches or warnings at this time. In fact, no watches or warnings this morning so far. And what's going to happen over the next several hours, this line of storms is going to continue to work its way to the east. And so communities like Thomasville down to Jackson, over to McIntosh, Vinegar Bend, Citronelle, all going to have perhaps very heavy rain in the next few hours. You can also see we've got some showers bubbling up in Clark County, moving to the north out ahead of the main line. But again, the good news, and I can't stress this enough, we have had no active watches or warnings across southwest Alabama or northwest Florida or even southeast Mississippi over the past several hours. So thanks so much for joining us in the app. What's going to happen momentarily is we're going to do a Facebook Live update over on the RedZone Weather Facebook page, and you can still watch us here in the app on YouTube. However, we are going to start that Facebook coverage in just a little bit. I want to show you this though before we do. Here's a look at our coverage area in our live Doppler Plus system, and let's actually look at another source across the state of Alabama. And so we'll zoom out and you can see here's a composite radar of this whole weak squall line that's now entering the state. In fact, heavy rain is about to begin in Tuscaloosa up to places just to the east, or west, I should say, of Carbon Hill. And again, all of this action is working its way to the east. So what we're going to do right now is in just a few moments, we're going to pick up over on the Facebook side of things, and we will continue our coverage there. Again, if you're watching in the app, you can hang tight, watch there, or switch over to Facebook if you want, but it's going to be pretty much the same coverage. So hang tight as we launch our Facebook live stream, and that starts right now. Showers and storms entering the western part of Alabama right now. The good news is we have no active watches or warnings at the time this video is being produced at 12:10 p.m. Good evening, I'm Spinks Megginson. Thanks so much for checking out our live RedZone Weather event, where you can see that we have this long, weak squall line moving into West Alabama. We're going to talk about what's happening out there right now, but before we do, I want to take you closer into southwest Alabama and show you what you can expect over the next several hours. We will have plenty of folks that watch this video after we end this live coverage because we don't have any warnings. We haven't had any watches or warnings this morning in southwest Alabama, northwest Florida, or over here in southeast Mississippi. So let's take you into southwest Alabama so that you can see what's happening right now. And again, what we're going to talk about is what you can expect. And so this is a model. This is the high resolution rapid refresh model, and this is valid at 3 o'clock today. And so you saw on the radar just a moment ago, we've got showers and storms entering the western side of the state. This is one idea of what could happen over the next several hours. And so we'll advance this forward again. This is 3 o'clock. You can see that we've got scattered showers and storms across the region. 4 o'clock here, and then we'll advance to 5 o'clock. And you can see that if this happens to be correct, we would have heavy rain falling across portions of Mobile County, and perhaps some showers and storms in southern Clark, Monroe County as well, if this model happens to be correct. But I want to caution, let's look at the big picture here. We'll have showers and thunderstorms mid-afternoon into the early evening hours across much of our region. Again, this look that you're seeing now is valid at 5 o'clock p.m. local time. We'll move the model forward here so that you can see 6 o'clock. If this happens to be right, you would have storms moving into western Escambia County, over into Conecuh County as well. Here's 7 p.m. You can see that the line of storms continues to work its way to the east, And again, this would be moving into the eastern part of our coverage area. So Greenville down to Evergreen, Bruton, Berrydale, Milton, Pensacola. That's the leading edge of the line there. If this model happens to be correct at 7 p.m. We'll advance the model forward to 8 p.m. And again, this line of storms continues pushing to the east. The good news is, once the line reaches areas in here, the south central part of Alabama and northwest Florida, the severe risk is a bit lower. And so clearly the greatest risk of strong storms will be over west Alabama. And again, the line of storms is entering the western side of the state right now. We'll take you over to a different source so that you can see exactly where this updated convective outlook is. And again, we've been talking about this for several days now, but you note that the Storm Prediction Center has actually clipped portions of southeast Mississippi out of the slight risk zone, which is the level 2 zone. Much of our area, though, remains included, but here's the deal. This is going to be a low-end severe weather risk comparatively. Damaging straight-line winds going to be the main concern, and large hail in the stronger storms today. The tornado threat is low today, but it's not zero. And so that's why we've got to watch these storms. And so we talk about this slight risk all the time. We've been talking about it over the past week. Again, this is where we are today, right in through here. And scattered severe storms will be possible. This is a standard slight risk. And you remember back on January the 21st, we had a moderate risk. And so this tells you that this is a lower end severe weather risk valid for today. Again, that greatest risk is going to be over west Alabama, with damaging straight line winds being the strongest, or I should say the most prominent threat. Large hail possible, but again, the tornado threat is low. If you haven't already downloaded the RedZone Weather app, download it now. It is available now in the App Store, and you can follow our coverage, because here's the deal. Because we don't have any active watches or warnings, we are going to end our Facebook coverage in just a little bit. But before we do, I do want to show you exactly what's happening out there right now. We'll switch back over to the live Doppler source here, and you can see as this loads that, again, showers and storms over Choctaw, over northern Washington counties, and a few showers bubbling up here in Clark County as well. Let's zoom in on those areas so that you can see exactly what's happening. You've got US Highway 84 here, and so if you happen to be driving right now along US 84 to the west of Grove Hill, understand you're about to run into some very heavy rain back here in Choctaw County, perhaps gusty winds. But the good news is, again, no active watches or warnings. And so this is a low-end severe weather risk today. Let's shift and show you Clark County, or excuse me, a wider view, I should say, including Clark County. And again, all of this action is shifting off to the east at a very slow rate. Again, if you missed the top of this Facebook Live event, the line is moving very slowly at about 25 miles per hour. And so we're talking that the line will enter these areas, say Pine Hill, down to Purdue Hill, down to Atmore and Stockton, perhaps 4 to 6 p.m. this evening. And so if you have those afternoon plans, most of us going to be dry, especially across eastern fringes of the forecast area, but already wet in portions of Washington and in Choctaw counties. We'll show you a wide view of the state, and you can see that this line of storms extends all the way up just to the north of Tuscaloosa, up in Marion County, all the way back down to Washington County. And again, slowly moving to the east at about 25 miles per hour. We will look at one more thing. This is convective available potential energy, and this is valid later this evening. Let me back this up so you can see that there will be some instability in the atmosphere. Again, CAPE values in excess of 500 joules per kilogram in the southern part of our area, certainly conducive for perhaps some strong to severe storms, mainly between, say, 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. That's going to be your 3-hour window that we could potentially see a few strong to severe storms back here over west Alabama. And so as we leave you this afternoon on Facebook, we will show you that we do have a few severe thunderstorm warnings back here in Louisiana, but across our area, this is what we have on the board right now. It's scattered showers and thunderstorms in the western side of our area. And again, it's a pretty nice day across Monroe, Conecuh, and Escambia counties in Alabama, extending all the way down to the Alabama and northwest Florida beaches. You can see really no activity on or near the coastline right now, which is certainly good for all the spring breakers that may be at the beach right now. And as the day continues, most spots across northwest Florida are going to be dry until 5, 6 o'clock this evening. And so if you're traveling across northwest Florida, a nice drive, a warm day in progress with partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies with rain back to the west. Again, as we leave you on Facebook this afternoon, we will show you that we do have scattered showers and storms in Clark County near Watley, near the U.S. Highway 43 corridor there near Grove Hill. And the main line of storms is back here in West Alabama, slowly working its way to the west. Again, no active watches or warnings for now. If that changes, we will provide in-depth tornado warning coverage right here on Facebook Live. But for now, our coverage on Facebook is going to end. If you want further coverage, you can find us in the Live tab in the app. I'm Spinks Megginson saying goodbye for now. Hopefully we won't have any warnings this evening, but again, if we do, we will be back here on the Facebook feed to bring you the latest. Again, scattered showers and storms over West Alabama working their way in from the west, but for now, no active watches or warnings. Thanks so much for watching and have a good evening. All right, for those of you that are still in the YouTube section of our live app, again, we've been talking about these showers and storms entering Clark County now. And what I want to do for those of you that still may be with us is we're going to look and kind of give you an in-depth analysis of what's going on. Again, thanks so much for joining us this evening. So here's the line of storms, and again, this is the main line of storms today, crossing the Tombigbee River right now. These storms are under severe limits, but you can see we've got some heavy rain in progress near the Coffeyville Lock and Dam there in West Alabama. Just checking a few other things as well so that you can see exactly, so that we can know exactly what's going on. This is U.S. Highway 84, and again, as we talked about in the Facebook Live video, if you're traveling today, perhaps west of Grove Hill in Clark County, about to run into some very heavy rain across the Tombigbee there near Coffeyville Lock and Dam. This is to the east of Silas. Again, that's a heavier shower under severe limits, perhaps pea-sized hail in that storm. We'll work our way down south, and again, Mississippi is out of our coverage area, but for those of you in Washington County, already some heavy downpours of rain in the northern part of the county. This is State Highway 56, Milroy right there. You've got Chapel Hill right there. You've also got the Washington County Public Lake. And so if you happen to be catching this and you're fishing at the Washington County Public Lake, understand very heavy rain is about to move in. Again, all of this action is shifting its way to the east. We'll show you a wide view across the area so that you can see. In fact, this is the whole state, and we'll shift and show you the composite radar here. In fact, before we leave you, we'll look quickly at northern Tuscaloosa County. And I say northern Tuscaloosa County because we have had heavy rain on the campus of the University of Alabama over the past several minutes as this squall line of storms continues pushing in from the west. Let's see if we can get our radar data up there. We'll switch to the Birmingham radar site quickly so that you can see what's happening in central Alabama. There we go. And so you can see, again, heavy rain in the northern part of Tuscaloosa County there, and storms entering the campus of the University of Alabama and Tuscaloosa, Northport, down to Moundville from the west. And so very heavy rain is about to begin there. Again, low-end severe weather risk continues over the next several hours across southwest Alabama and northwest Florida. Here's a look at the convective outlook, and again, you can see areas in yellow remain in this level 2 slight risk zone. You've got much of Monroe, Clark, Washington, Mobile, Baldwin, and western Escambia County included in that slight risk. And again, perhaps a few isolated severe storms today. This is a low-end risk, meaning we could have some damaging straight-line winds in these stronger storms. Thanks so much for watching our YouTube coverage in the RedZone Weather app today. If we have further warnings, again, we will come on Facebook Live, and that will be in our RedZone Weather app, bringing you the very latest. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.